7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Ukumringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines throughout the week. At least five parish development model officials from Kenya Ward under the Central Division in Arua City are in trouble over allegations of irregularities in the implementation of the program that has left beneficiaries stranded. Parish Majid reports.
At least five parish development model officials from Kenya Ward under Central Division in Arua City in trouble over allegations of irregularities in the implementation of the program that has left the beneficiaries stranded. Among now those in trouble are Ijaga Samari, the local council chairperson 2 of Kenya Ward, Gule Al-Bashir, a BOG chairman, and Safia Lematio, a loan officer of Kebir Sel, among others, following numerous complaints raised against them by the locals to the leaders. The local leaders from the different cells of Kenya Ward have since raised concern of ghost beneficiaries in their areas, as they claim that most of the people from other areas have received money in their cells.
I got one person here called Tiperu Comforty. Number 40. Okay. Number 40.
Number 40, Tiperu?
Tiperu Comforty.
Tiperu Comforty.
This woman, I heard this woman is in a bakery in Unduparaka area. Where Uzu? Uzu is it in Unduparaka? Yeah. So, I have beneficiaries here. Ondor Gladys, Sida, Gifty Sida. These are the correct people in my cell. The rest are not in my cell.
Only 2 people?
Yeah, only 2 people.
Why is it that they have left my group, which started at the day 1 up to now? They are just women who, very poor women, and others are also disabled. They have left them. Why is it that those people who are not in the group, especially like Sinandugu Rasid, is not in my group? He is not in United group, but they have fixed him. They have left the old people. Why?
The names that had been mentioned here, none of these people, I know them. None of them are not even known in my cell. So how comes they get the money into the names of this cell? Does it mean those people are having stamps of LCs where they endorse instead of LCs?
Atai Amina, a visually impaired citizen from Kebir Sel who is seeking to benefit from the funds, stresses the challenge of discrimination as people living with disability are being neglected in the area.
I am not a woman that stays at home. I have children that I pay in school. This is a program that government has brought for everybody to benefit in. For the poor ones, why do you only want your own relatives to be the one to benefit from it? We the people with disability, we are very many. We are very many, moving, begging by the roadside.
Meanwhile, another beneficiary from Kenya Ward who prefers anonymity pins some of the leaders for asking sex in exchange for the PDM cash.
Last time when they want to give us money, Mr. Ijaga asked sex from us. Then from there they did not give for us money. Up to now we are here. We are suffering down here without, we are not working, we are just like that. Even my sister, this man is called Ru. Even Guli came up to my sister's home. He told my sister he will give my sister money, but after removing the money, my sister will give her 400. My sister refused from there.
The matter of demand for sex in exchange for PDM cash has since reached the attention of the city leaders, as Muzaid Kemis, the mayor for Central Division, expresses dismay and condemns the act.
Now, we have seen what has happened here. The rest of these technical officers who are to follow this work now must engage. The other people who are involved in the management of the PDM, like the BOG members and the PDCs, are mismanaging, are doing bad things. They are exchanging PDM for sex. Where are we leading? Uganda, where are you going? Arua, where are you going? Kenya Ward, where are you going? PDM for sex, where is this one from? I want to request all stakeholders right from Parliament. Everybody must take concern. I want to see members of Parliament. We have regional Parliament in Igulu. These are issues I expected now them to discuss as matter of national importance, because the various ministries, especially the gender, where the women are marginalized and stigmatized, must take it into charge and make sure that they use all the various stakeholders like CIDs to investigate into these issues. I am not going to keep quiet because there is one lady who has come out and has spoken.
Meanwhile, Matua Job Richard, the Assistant Resident City Commissioner in charge of Arua City, implored the victims to file a formal complaint against those leaders involved in the scandal so that investigations can be carried into the matter.
One of the people involved in the management of PDM asking for sex from women before their names could be entered in the system. However, the witnesses need to come forward and record a statement. That will remain an allegation until it is proven. And I ask the police to thoroughly investigate it so that we don't have again PDM money being turned into an offer of sex to get it.
The Parish Development Model is a government program that aims to increase household incomes and improve the quality of life of Ugandans by transitioning households from subsistence level into the money economy where beneficiaries receive up to 1 million Ugandan shillings. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
While addressing members of parliament during the first regional parliamentary sitting in Kahunda Ground in Gulu City, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, implored the Parliament of Uganda to reinforce its budget allocation on programs that will strengthen household incomes at the family level. Stephen Okello reports.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni told leaders in northern Uganda to seek first the income of the family, and the rest shall be added onto them.
Whatever you do, if you want the people to develop, start with the homestead incomes. Start with the homestead incomes. Because we are now talking of roads, what. There are where roads are good. The road from Gulu to Kampala is definitely good. It's not, but the problem of the bridge is a recent one. It has just come now.
According to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, there are some places whose need for infrastructural developments are wanting. But the President implores Member of Parliament to sensitize locals to prioritize intensive agricultural practices before looking for roads.
I provide a tour, zone by zone, and I give you this booklet, where I talk of the 4 sectors and the 7 ways for wealth creation and job creation. I heard the speaker, I want the speaker, don't please bring a new confusion by saying that the 4 acres model does not apply here. It does. I don't agree with that line. In this booklet, I made it clear that the 4 acres model was a rescue operation.
Some of the leaders from the region welcomed the message and vowed to spread the message, saying it will help to fight poverty from the region.
Much as is trying to emphasize that we should use the demonstration of the 4-acre model, it is critical that we should be cognizant of the fact that there are areas with very small land, about 3 acres, 4 acres per household. But for the case of Acholi sub-region, where the average land holding capacity is about 10 acres and more, the President has been very clear that we should instead even appreciate the 4-acre model strategy better by increasing to make sure that this arrangement covers all the acreages of land that we have.
However, Joyce Muriku Kadusu, a woman member of Parliament for Moyo District, says changing the mindset of the locals from traditional ways of farming to productive and scientific agricultural practices have always been the challenge.
Methodist doing things, the modern. The problem has been mindset. Our mind has got fixed in specific way of cultivation, maybe looking after chicken, maybe we don't think of value addition, we don't think of something that can bring much more income. We don't calculate.
According to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 4 acres model was a rescue operation in fighting poverty. But to his dismay, leaders from the region have failed to popularize the message. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And more in our story, the Dean of St. Stephen's Cathedral, Venerable Ephraim has challenged Christians to work hard so that they can educate their children. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Dean of St. Stephen's Cathedral Goli, Venerable Ephraim Jagenaliana, has challenged Christians to work hard so that they can educate their children. while preaching to mourners who gathered at St. Henry Church of Uganda, Okoro Archdiaconry, Watan Council, Zombo District, to eulogize late Mima Rutun, the founder of Mothers Union in Greater Nebi. Reverend Jagen advised the mourners to emulate the life of the deceased, who educated all her children before her demise.
The Lord will give her glory, give him his glory. When the Lord sees there is something good in you, he will not kill you. Till you have finished what the Lord wanted you to do, and you go and rest for the work you have done. You will have done it effectively. Well done job. The Lord will say, come. The Lord will say, come and rest.
Meanwhile, Right Reverend Joel Obetia, former Bishop Madian West Nile Diocese, encouraged the people to always be prepared for death. According to Right Reverend Obetia, Christians should not be taken by worldly desires.
And so please, let's not be hopeless people. Let us be very hopeful, knowing that as God, the Jesus we serve, is there preparing a place for us.
However, Honorable Grace Kuchin Freedom, Senior Presidential Advisor, who was the chief mourner, advocated for unity among politicians, Christians, irrespective of religious and tribal differences.
Here we have different religions. Different tribes are here. If we say for me, I'm an Anglican, I'm a Catholic, I'm a Muslim, where are we going to unite ourselves? I'm a Mahdi, I'm a Lugbara, I'm a Kebu. Where are we going to unite? Which point brings development? I have already told you, if there is no unity, there is no development. Let us make unity become very important issue in our lives, so that we can develop our land. When I'm going to contest in 2026, I'm going to stand or contest for unity. Because why we are lagging behind is because we don't have unity.
Yemima Orotun died at the age of 104 on 20th August 2024 at Mukono General Hospital. She was laid to rest on Tuesday, August 27th at her ancestral home Warjupatoi, Okoro Archdiaconry, Nebi Anglican Diocese. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening during the Arua City International Youth Day celebrations, which took place at Oreku Primary School playgrounds in Aibu Division on the 30th of August 2024. Leaders from Arua City are appealing to the government to establish a skilling hub within the city so as to help enhance the number of youth from the city seeking to train under the presidential initiative of skilling young people. Take a look.
A section of youth leaders from Arua City appealing to the government to establish a skilling hub within the city so as to help enhance the number of young people from the city seeking to have training under the presidential initiative of skilling the young people, which is a government program. The presidential initiative on skilling the girl/boy child project is an initiative that seeks to skill the masses, most especially the needy, to acquire skills in courses like hairdressing, baker and tailoring, among others, so as to empower them to be self-employed citizens. To attain this mission, the government established a number of skilling centers across the country, as West Nile Sub-Region currently has 2 operational centers, found in Zombo and Ajuman District, as another is being developed in Koboko District to cater for the West Nile Sub-Region. The youth made this call during Arua City's Youth Day commemorations at Oreku Primary School playgrounds in Aivu Division on 30th of August 2024, where Enatu Simon, the male youth council of Arua City, believes that the city indeed deserves to have a skilling hub because of its overwhelming population.
My prayer is that if government can help us with at least one industrial hub for Logbara Belt, because there's one industrial hub in Zombo, and then they are constructing another one in Koboko. But Lugbara Belt is left like that. And also Adjumani has. So if they could bring it here in Arua City in particular, we will really be grateful, because that one will serve our young people and they will promote. Because the young people who went to attend the skill in the other side, the one who came, are really doing wonders. The skills that they got there is really superb.
Levi Dema, who represented Honorable Forte Emmanuel, the Member of Parliament for Aivu East Division, says that Arua City deserves to have a scaling hub because of its cosmopolitan nature.
We are requesting our government to establish a new skilling center for Arua City. Arua City is the most population regional cities. That's why you see Aluruzi here are here in the big population, Kakwas are here in the big population. All tribes in West Nile are here. Even Acholi Sub-region, they are here. All tribes are here. And the youth, if these youths are not empowered in terms of skilling, there will be another threat tomorrow.
Faida Comfort, the Female Youth Council of Aivu Division, says that as the representatives of the young people, they will continue pushing for Arua City to have a skilling hub.
As we leaders, we shall continue to advocate on behalf of our youth, because Arua is large, and when you take the population, even the area coverage, Arua is very large. So that youth center, which is there in Koboko, is supposed to be here in Arua City. So we shall continue to advocate for that center. If you are told that one remains there, they have to also bring another center here in Arua City, so that our youth should benefit and the numbers of beneficiaries should increase.
Similarly, Doreen Onyiru, the Female Youth Council of Arua City, is hoping to now present the demand before the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Anita Mong, in their forthcoming meeting with youth leaders of this country.
Next week we are going to meet the Speaker of Parliament, that is Honorable Anita Mong, with the councillors of Arua City. We are also going to present this as Northern Youth Councillors. The Speaker has given us that invitation and honor to meet with her. So we are going to present this to the Speaker, and it's going to feature in the floor of Parliament. And our parliamentarians, I'm urging them, they should really take this onto account, that our young people have to benefit from this presidential hub brought next to them.
As a country, we have to agree that government cannot employ us all. But how can we overcome the burden of unemployment? It's about mindset change. We have potentials to come out of poverty. It's just how we set our mind.
Youths in Arua City joined the rest of the world in commemorating the Youth Day celebrations on the 30th of August 2024 under the theme Skills Development for Enhancement of Youth Opportunities, where the demand for a skilling center in Arua City and the anti-drug abuse messages dominated the speeches of the day. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Moving on to Moyo District, the general public in Moyo District are counting losses after a heavy rain caused some of the rivers to burst their banks and run havoc, destroying houses, domestic animals and crops, leaving the community members in abject misery. Take a look.
The heavy rain, which started at around 4 a.m. on Sunday, lasted for over 5 hours and stopped at around 11 a.m., resulting into floods in 2 parishes of Balala and Panyanga in Laropi Sub-County, Moyo District, leaving the people in total confusion and misery. Honorable Anyama Williams, the Chairman Local Council 5, Moyo District, during a visit to the area hit by the floods, gives details of the items being destroyed by the floods in the 2 parishes of Balala and Panyanga in Laropi Sub-County, Moyo District.
Many households, as I speak, have been displaced because of the heavy floods that have entered the waters that have entered their houses, so people can no longer live in their homes or in their houses. The compounds are inhabitable as I speak now. Children and women and families are now displaced. In terms of production and productivity, a number of gardens like rice farm, cassava plantations, maize plantations, sugarcane, and many others are heavily affected, are swept away. They are swept away, and even some of them are covered by sand. So there is no hope for recovery for these crops. In terms of livestock, a number of goats, poultry, and other domestic animals have been swept away.
He, however, appealed to the people to be calm as they collect data of the properties being destroyed, saying after compiling the information, they will forward it to the office of the Prime Minister for consideration, but request the people to consider finding lasting solutions to address the issues of constant floods in the area so that they avoid losing their properties in the near future.
I want to appeal to the community to remain calm, because I don't think there is immediate support that can be realized in the few days that we're in this circumstance. It usually takes time. It is a long procedure, and even if the support comes, it may not be adequate support that can help you recover. So I want to ask our people to have long-term plans of, for instance, in terms of settlement pattern. Well, communities need to rethink of relocating from some of the hotspots.
Honorable Tramwisiza, the chairperson, Local Council 3, Laropi Sub-County, said the destruction caused by the floods is very severe, but calls for calm among the affected persons, saying he is doing everything possible to forward the matter to the district authorities, who can request the government to come to their help.
Our community has been suffering from droughts, but at the same time now, another challenge is the flood. I think I am appealing to my community to be calm. My role is to forward the issue to the district authorities, and where the district authorities know where they are going to forward the case. In any case, we are going to get the result from the higher authority.
Mrs. Keliki Margaret, the health inspector, Moyo General Hospital and Moyo District Local Government, who also visited the scene, said many latrines and houses have been destroyed by the floods, which will expose the community to unhygienic conditions and sicknesses. She, however, called upon the government to come to the aid of the people so as to prevent the spread of diseases in the area.
It's unfortunate that latrines have collapsed, so many latrines have collapsed. Then the ones that are standing were flooded, and it cannot be assessed by the household members, because once it is assessed, people can sink together with the latrine, and this is health hazard. And you know, when there is no latrine, people start open defecation, and this will bring really health issues, very big one, like the outbreak of cholera. And also when the houses are now they'll be dented, people cannot sleep. It is very cold, and sicknesses like pneumonia can come in for under 5s, and the older people especially, we are going to lose them.
Limio Margaret, who is affected by the flood, said their houses and crops are destroyed by the floods, and they are now scared of going to look for food for their children because they are not so sure whether the floods will not return to sweep away their children while they are away. She requests the district authorities to bring excavators to create drainage channels so as to divert the course of the river. Obule Geoffrey, another person affected by the flood, said they are worried of the looming hunger and poverty ahead because all their crops and houses are being destroyed by the floods, and request the government to come to their aid by relocating them so that the challenges they are experiencing due to the floods can be avoided. This is not the first time the communities living along the banks of River Nile in Moyo district are experiencing floods in the area. Last year, between August and September, the people along the Nile were hit by floods which swept their houses, crops and animals, including household items, which caused untold suffering to the community members. Dominic Antonio Kumo, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Moving on in our stories this evening, 174,000 children and their vulnerable communities in Yumbe and Terego district are set to benefit from a signed memorandum of understanding with the World Vision, Luke Barakari Cultural Institution and the Mahdi West Nile Diocese on Faith and Community Transformation Project under the Faith Development Integration Development Fund aimed at improving their well-being. Take a look. World Vision, together with the Luke Barakari Cultural Institution and the Mahdi West Nile Diocese, signed a memorandum of understanding for the continued partnership in the Faith and Community Transformation Project under the Faith Development Integration Development Fund, aimed at improving the well-being of 174,000 children and their vulnerable communities in Nyumbe and Terego district. The signing of the memorandum of understanding, pledging their commitment to strategic partnership, took place at Desert Breeze Hotel in Arua City, which attracted dignitaries representing Mahdi West Nile Diocese, Luke Barakari Cultural Institution, World Vision representatives and Arua City local government leadership, all of whom pledged their commitment towards improving the well-being of children and their vulnerable communities. Akulo Annette, the Faith Integration Officer, World Vision Uganda, in an interview with the press, stated that this memorandum of understanding will help the stakeholders to implement and design project activities that will help in improving the well-being of children and their vulnerable communities.
Today I'm grateful and excited to the Diocese of Mahdi and West Nile and Luke Barakari Cultural Union for the memorandum of understanding that we have signed with them. This MOU will help us together with them to implement, design and agree activities. The MOU was designed together with the two entities, reviewed and approved, and today we have concluded on the signing of the agreement. After this agreement, we shall start with the implementation of project activities that has been agreed upon. This project's goal is to improve the well-being of 174,000 children and their vulnerable communities. Yume, especially Bilibili, Zone 3 and Zone 5. It is also implemented in Terego district through and area programs. The project has 5 components. We have child protection, livelihood, mental health, wash, and spiritual nurture for children, staff in the Uganda refugee response, and World Vision.
Moses Mandebo, the Programs Officer for Luke Barakari Cultural Institution, stated that with the cultural institution's 2,000 years experience in how to manage a society, this will help in contributing towards ensuring the safety of women and children in their communities.
Just about 50-60 years ago, many of the challenges that we face today, when the cultural institution was in charge of society, they were not existent, including the teenage pregnancies and the child marriages that we are talking about today. The cultural institution has strict ways of how to ensure the protection of children in a society. So this is what we bring into the partnership, that we have an experience of over 2,000 years of how to manage society, how to ensure that children are safe, how to ensure that women are safe. We can have these interventions support probably the communities in Terego or in Mariokolo or in Yumbe. Then we can probably have other resources that can be deployed to other areas. That will be half of our problems solved.
Nasa Godfrey, the Diocesan Secretary for the Mahdi West Nile Diocese, stated that this memorandum of understanding poses an opportunity for the Church to support the children and the youth to see they grow in the fear and knowledge of God while supporting their livelihood through skills development.
Today we mark a great occasion in which we sign an MOU with World Vision on child well-being, and we are grateful that this is an opportunity for the Church to be able to support the children and the youth to to see that they grow in the fear and the knowledge of God. And this relationship is established so that we are able to see our children grow spiritually well, and also be able to support them with livelihood, and also be able to give them some skills for survival. We are grateful also for this relationship because it comes at a time when our youth are idle, they pretend that there is nothing to do, and many times they have been branded to be a menace in the society, but this is an opportunity to groom them up, to build them up, to skill them, and to empower them. And we are going to work in churches. We want to see that the children's church is equipped and empowered with these basic trainings on child safety, child protection, and also as adults we want to encourage and empower our people that these children are very important. We need to defend them, we need to protect them, we need to guide them.
Improve the socio-economic transformation of our people, so that they have the money to pay children in schools and support and educate them. And when these children are educated, they become better citizens, they are well protected. Somebody talked about here during Corona season. We all know education is one of the best protection tools. We saw it and witnessed it. Like during Corona period, somebody mentioned over 10,000 pregnant young mothers were left. But before Corona, children were not, girls were not pregnant. So, education goes with safeguarding. It's one of the best protection tools. So that's why we are very happy to Mali and Western Diocese to invite us here. Look at our colleges, we are going to implement this. I would love textbooks. Our children in those schools, they need our help. They are the people we are protecting most. They are the people we are safeguarding most.
The Faith and Community Transformation Project under the Faith Development Integration Development Fund is estimated to cost $200,000. This Memorandum of Understanding signed by the participating partners seeks to improve the well-being of 174,000 children, households, and their vulnerable communities of Terego and Yumbe District. Okumuringa Christine, OS Nile Television, NILE CAST. And more in our stories. Paul Esero, the former Resident District Commissioner, Pakwach District, handed over office to the Deputy Resident District Commissioner of Pakwach District. As the expected incoming RDC, Amy Mitala, failed to turn up under unknown circumstances. Alfred Jawok reports.
My brother, I take this opportunity to hand over this report to you. Take time to go through, especially the pending works. You will start from there, sir. I thank you and congratulate you.
There was a moment of transition as Pakwach District leadership passed to a new hand of Deputy RDC. The leadership was expecting the incoming RDC, Mr. Emi Mitala, who failed to turn up under unknown circumstances. There is concern that this might be a change that did not go well with him. During the handover this morning at Pakwach District Boardroom, the outgoing Pakwach RDC Paul Esero assured the people of Pakwach District that he has received formal information from President's office that the handover should take immediate effect, as he cannot handle two offices.
Amidst all what is happening, we must have a handover on a day like today, which is 30th Friday. And I've been in Soroti. I was happy I met Cow the other day when he came to check on the pupils who are doing national championship for primary ball games.
Mr. Moses Arake Dalili, Chief Administrative Officer Pakwach District, in his remark noted that the issue should be addressed by the appointing authority for action.
To make a few comments during the taking over and handing over of office of the Residence Commissioner of Pakwach District. This is a function that is provided for in the Uganda Public Service Orders, Section FB. As the public servants who are appointed by central government, we hand over office whenever we end 12 days.
Tribal Ashile, the deputy RDC Pakwach district, who received the office from the outgone RDC, confirmed that he will act until the new RDC arrives.
Senior, I will pick where you have left from and I will continue. You've been having a team of zealous individuals who are guiding you, who are helping you, but they are still around. I'm so optimistic that they will also do the same to me as I handle the office. Colleagues, I'm so certain that this is a blessing in disguise, which is likely going to happen. And I'm quite sure Pakwach is a land of.
However, Honorable Mito Robert Steen, chairperson LC5 Pakwach district, wonders why the new RDC did not show up for the handover.
In the event, maybe Mitala M is not interested in Pakwach. We would advocate that Ashile tribe, who is the deputy RDC Pakwach, who was also appointed as the deputy RDC Pakwach, aware that Secretariat of RDCs has instructed that being the most senior, Seropo lands over to him.
According to Honorable Omito, this is an issue of concern as they expected the new RDC to take his office.
We would even plead that the office of RDCs in President's office considers making him become a full RDC. And they upgrade one of our assistant RDCs here to become a deputy because they had built a team. They were working well. There are many complex issues in Pakwach, and that they already have a foundation on how to manage.
Efforts to get comments from the new RDC Pakwach, Mr. Emi Mitala, proved futile at the time of filing this story following the recent changes on RDCs and RCCs by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Paul Esero was transferred to Soroti district while Mr. Emi Mitala was posted to Pakwach district. This shows that the district's progress is at stake. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories, the West Nile police spokesperson Josephine Anguchia handed over office on Friday, the 30th of August 2024, to the new Regional Police Commander West Nile Region at Arua Central Police Station in Arua City. Take a look.
The former public relations officer, Senior Superintendent of Police Anguchia Josephine, handed over office Friday 30th of August 2024 to Serunjogi John Bosco, who is the Regional Police Commander West Nile Region at Arua Central Police in Arua City. In her speech with journalists, she said she was handing over because she was selected to go for further studies, that is Senior Command Course / Masters in Peace and Conflict Study at Police Senior Command Staff College, and the official date for reporting is today 30th of August 2024 to start the 1-year study.
Today is the day I'm actually handing over the office of Public Relations West Nile Police to the Regional Police Commander West Nile Region as the procedure mandates, simply because I've been selected to go for Senior Command Course / Masters in Peace and Conflict Studies, that is at Police Senior Command Staff College, and the names were nominated earlier on, but we have been waiting for the official day of reporting to the college. So I would like to inform you that the official date is Friday 30th August 2024.
However, she thanked her seniors and fellow commanders and journalists that they had throughout the time when she was working with them.
However, before I move away, I would like to first of all thank my seniors, the commanders and my colleagues for the team spirit, the cooperation that we have had throughout my time when I've been working as public relations officer, West Nile region. Then I also thank the media fraternity generally for the team spirit.
Serunjogi John Bosco, the Regional Police Commander, West Nile Region, said it has been a pleasure that she worked here for quite a long period of time and for over 13 years serving in West Nile, and now that she's going for further studies, it is a very good thing because she will come back as a different person. He therefore wished her well in her study.
It has been a pleasure. She has been here for a long time, over 13 years, serving in West Nile. And therefore, she's going for course, which is very important for her. Some of us who have already passed through that stage, she will come back when she's totally a different officer. She's going to be retooled to knowledge, retooled to other things. She's going to see very many, and she's going to venture. Therefore, thank you so much for coming. And we are also going to wish her the best. You know, a full year is not something easy, especially when you are aging.
Following the major reshuffle of the new Inspector General of Police, Abbas Biakagaba, upon taking over office from Martin Okoth Oshola, in the middle of the year, the changes also affected the region, where a number of senior police officers got promoted and transferred to new locations for their duties. Kashindot Fancy, West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
The government of Uganda, through the Development Response to Displacement Impact Project, is encouraging local farmers in the West Nile region to widen their vision from traditional way of livestock farming practices to commercial livestock farming. Stephen Okello reports.
Government of Uganda, through Dr. Deep, is changing the perspective of local livestock farmers in refugee host community of West Nile sub-region like Mariokolo, Yumbe and Moyo district, from rearing livestock basically for traditional activities like traditional marriages to commercial purposes.
In the past, we didn't think about making proper business plan to have commercial goat farming, because ours was that this has been our culture. We've been raising this, we've been making money, we've been using it for marriage, cultural activities, but now we have been reminded, we have been guided that if you want to have commercial goat farming, you need to have a plan. And when that business plan is there, you think about maybe how can you get good quality goat that is going to raise you more income.
In partnership with Sanga Meat Company, government through Dr. Deep brought local farmers who were benefiting from the project and the district veterinary officers from the district of Mariokolo, Moyo and Yumbe district to Lugore Prison Farm in Gulu district to benchmark the good practices of commercial livestock farming within the region.
Under Dr. Deep, with support from the government of Uganda through the Office of Prime Minister, we have trained over 670 farmers within the region of West Nile, and in particular the district of Moyo, Mariokolo and Yumbe. And most of these farmers have been equipped with knowledge in terms of animal management and major looking at disease control, looking at feeding and all these different aspects that are very important in terms of managing livestock.
While at Lugore Prison Farm, these beneficiaries were taken through good practices of animal feeds and feeding strategy in livestock farming, animal breeding and health management by Cadet Principal Officer Mr. Mujambere Yona, who is the Deputy in charge of livestock farming practices at Lugore Prison Farm in Gulu district.
Dipping our animals regularly against sticks. And we have got our facility, the deep tank, is in front of us. And we are going to explain to you how we dip our animals. And from here, those who don't have a tourist, you can afford to buy a pump. These back pumps. A tourist spray, I think doctor, once in 2 weeks. That is minimum. But if you can afford, once in a week.
According to one of the beneficiaries from Moyo district, access to veterinary services has always been difficult due to scarcity of veterinary service providers within the region.
The lesson I learned from here is, one, I know how to spray, how to control diseases through spraying, and one of the spraying here, I learned from here, they use deep tank, and deep tank is so far it is cheap, because why it is cheap, you use the acaricide for 7 months, like the other one, not like the other one, you spray, you use the acaricide once.
Dr. Njima Charles, the district veterinary officers of Mariokolo district in West Nile sub-region, appreciated Sanga Meat Company and Dr. Deep for enlisting these farmers on the value chain production of livestock farming, because most of the local livestock farmers in West Nile sub-region practiced traditional way of animal husbandries.
The attitude of the farmers is not very positive in as far as livestock development is concerned. You find that issues like what we have seen here, the issue of housing has been emphasized. And when you look around, there is a pen for calves, because the calves need to be protected. But down there in our district, you find that these calves get mixed up with the adults. There is no specific treatment or health care for these calves, and that is why the mortality rate is very, very high.
The benchmarking tour at Lugore Prison Farm in Gulu district, coupled with several training sessions, which was conducted by Sanga Meat Company in partnership with Dr. Deep, to change the mindset of these local livestock farmers to start venturing in commercialized livestock farming practices, including health management, feeding strategy, and marketing of livestock products. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And with that, we've come to the end of the NILE CAST weekly news roundup only on West Nile Television. Thank you always for being with us from the beginning of the NILE CAST to the end of the NILE CAST only on West Nile Television. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, in the first week of the first month, on the first week of September 2024. My name is Okumaringa Christine. Have a good evening.